Next week's another cold one. It's about 9F, which is minus 12, minus 13C. We are going to need this, which is the old stem and forefoot, because we're going to need to be marking up the waterline by the end of today. So that's exciting. So let's get into it. Even though it's so cold, when I pick my metal tools up, it hurts. But we'll push through. Let's go. Come on then, what's the matter? What's the matter, Mona? What's up? What's the matter? What's the matter? You need 10 cc's of fuss. Is that nice? Is that nice? Sanding, 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 I'm forever sanding. Ooh, 20F. So, I don't know what that is in C. It's cold. So, all my tools are cold to touch. you can see the mismatch between the top plank and the back plank by where these bigger lines of filler are. This is a really good match. So it's really about trying to get this line down just with some patience. And some elbow grease. So you never want to go along the join, you start to come across the plank. Gets a better match. And it's exhausting, but you can see how that kidding. See how that's gone away now? It tells me I've got a much better join. And your hand is amazing. Never realised how good your hand is for feeling this stuff. You do it all by feel, which amazes me. That feels so much better. That isn't bad. None of this is bad. That was the last worst bit. So, making really good progress there. It's also about trying to find how your tool's happy. So like it's not happy there, it's not flexing to that, but it will sit like that. Rinse and repeat for hours and hours. It never ends. Alrighty, quick review where I am. It's freezing again, dropped below freezing, but I just need the 3M filler to finish this off. One last go, one last light sanding, and I think I'm done. Let me show you. Occasionally when I'm sanding it, I hit these areas where, you know, a screw head comes through my filler, which means I have to recess the screw and then start again, new filler. This area is all looking pretty good. That could be better, but I think it'll be okay. This all looks great. So this side looking good. This side, finished off that area I wasn't happy with here. Pretty happy with that now. Rest of it looking really good. So, I think I'm done. Fed. That's it. I finished the fairing, which I have to say feels amazing. Very happy with that. And I'm also really happy with the way it came out. I gotta admit there were times when I was really struggling with it. as to whether I thought I was going to be able to get it right or not. But it came out really, really well. Really happy with it. I would say a couple of tips are, number one, this 3M filler creates a lot of friction. So go really slowly over that 3M filler, like stroke it almost. Very interesting product to use. The slower you go, the more you take off. Very weird. So 3M filler, go slower than you think. And I'd also say just take your time. There's probably in all a month's worth of sanding on this. And most of it with low grit paper. I found that 40 was just way too aggressive, like no way. 60 maybe to start with, but actually most of this I did with 80, just taking my time. 80 grit. It still removes the wood because this mahogany is pretty soft, and it's just a lot safer to go with a higher grit. So this was all mostly done with 80 grit. And I'm really happy with the results. The curves are nice and fair now, so super happy. Yes. So next stage is to score the waterline, which is like a huge milestone. So let's get into that. Might not be able to see it, but what I got set up is, you can hardly see it. There's a laser line here. So I got the laser set up. It's not level. When I say it's not level with the ground. It's just casting a straight line basically, which is running, I don't know if you can see it, along here. And I'm managing to get that laser around to just join up with the end of my scribe line here, which means I can come in and just hit the laser along here. It's really difficult around the front because it's curving around all sorts of curves, so just taking your time and using the laser line seems to work up well. Then what I do is come in with the batten and nail the batten to the boat, and then scribe it with a hacksaw, which enables me to get top scribed line, bottom scribed line, so that I can see it. So that's how I'm getting the water line in. I'll show you the finished thing in a minute. Well, that's a wrap for today. Couldn't quite get the water line in, it's just too cold. I need to get out of here. But I got the final coat of CPS on. I got most of the water line in this side. So I've been working top and bottom of the boot stripe. So you can see a lot of it's in here. Not sure if you can see the scribe line there. Or here, scribe line, there and there, so on to about here. So I finished the top line all the way around, didn't finish the bottom line, it's just too cold. I'm going to get frostbite in here in a minute, so fingers are just freezing. So I'm out of here, let's go get warm, have a brandy or something, jeez.